Hi everyone!
Hello! Today we are playing Restart. This is the new version that is now on Gamefound.
It is a prototype game. The Totem Game Studios were kind enough to give us the prototype. We have already done an unboxing video for you, and this is a two-player playthrough today so that you can see every change they have made based on the feedback they received the past couple of years. It is a much better version of the game, so if you were hesitant the first time around, maybe this time you will change your mind.
Yep.
As Spyros already mentioned, the game is currently in the upcoming projects on Gamefound, so I will definitely put a link in the description below and in the first comment. Without any further delay, let's get started.
Let's play!
Okay, so we finished the setup, we are ready to play, but before we start, let's take 5 minutes to explain to you how the gameplay works. A restart takes place in the future. We are time travelers trying to change the events of history that led to the destruction of the world and to a certain dystopia. So, hopefully, we can go back, fix whatever needs fixing, and create a better future. Naturally, we are not working together, but against each other, because each one has their own mission and their own objectives and wants to create a certain reality. So, whoever does that best at the end of the game wins. In-game, this is represented by prosperity points, which is this yellow symbol right here, and the player with the most points at the end of the game wins. There is no way to gain points throughout the game, everything is end-game scoring, and points can be earned by fulfilling missions, objectives, improving your mind, which is our personal player board, the mind board, some leftover adrenaline fragments, and whatever goal has the corresponding dystopia. Restart comes with 4 different dystopias, and each one of them plays in a different way. The main aspect of the game remains the same, but there is always something on the side that may be different depending on the dystopia you choose to play for the specific game. It is recommended to start with the Pandemia dystopia, which is this sideboard right here, together with this sideboard that corresponds to the specific dystopia. The back side is for a different one, so as you can see, we place this down here to represent the dystopia we chose to play. Pandemia is a bit luck-based, it's the fastest, easiest one to learn, but of course, as soon as you can see all of them, you can choose to play however you want. I'll give a bit more details about that at the end of the game. The gameplay revolves a lot around the event cards. There is a bunch of them here in a huge deck. There is a display of them over here. We have some in our hands. We have some in the main grid. As you can see here, those were randomly placed at the beginning of the game. There is a 3x3 grid, and the back side of the board has space for a bigger grid, which is appropriate for 3 and 4 player games. This is for solo and 2 player games. And during the game, we will also place such cards on our mind boards to improve and strengthen our mind, which practically means that there is an engine building aspect to the game, and as the game progresses, our action choices will become stronger and more. Throughout the game, we start with the first player that was randomly chosen. I usually play first during the playthroughs because I explained the rules, so I will go first here as well. And we keep taking turns around the table, clockwise, for as long as it takes until the end game is triggered. The end game depends on those cards over there that are the mission cards. We already have 2 on our personal boards here. These were dealt during the setup. They come in 3 different levels, level 1, level 2 and level 3, and they increase in difficulty. And of course, the higher the difficulty, the more they cost to fulfill, but also the more rewards they give. Throughout the game, we will also have some time faults. This means that we messed up with reality enough and we changed the event, the course of history enough that time warps and we have to stop and kind of reset the game. This happens as soon as we take enough mission cards from there so that the display only has 2 or fewer cards. This is the number of players or fewer cards. And we check for that at the end of each player's turn. The next phase of the game begins by simply continuing with the next player in order. This will happen 2 times, and as soon as the 3rd time is triggered, the game immediately ends. We can see in which phase of the game we are, because our child figures, each player has 2 figures, the child figure and the adult figure, since we are in a time travel game. And the child figure always stays in one of the corresponding zones here. This row represents the past, this is the present, and that is the future. So in each of the time faults, the child figure will move forward, and that's how we know in which phase of the game we are. Both of these figures can move around the board to place event cards and create patterns, as you can see here. So the mission cards have color patterns on them that we have to create on the shared board by placing event cards there. And as soon as we have the pattern ready, we can fulfill the mission. Now, during each player's turn, we have an action token, action marker, that we place in one of the 4 corresponding spaces on our mind board and our character card to take the corresponding actions. By placing the marker on the character card, we are allowed to place event cards from our hands into the 3 different spaces here to improve the rest of our actions. I will explain how that happens later on. This space here is the perception space, and it focuses mainly on moving the figures around the space-time grid here and completing mission cards. The middle space is intelligence and focuses on the corresponding dystopia, which for this game is the pandemia. And the final one is memory, which mainly gives resources. There are 4 types of resources within the game: time tokens, chaos tokens, adrenaline crystals, and fragment crystals. I will explain how each one of those works throughout the game. The last thing I want to mention before we start is the 3 objective cards here that were randomly dealt at the beginning of the game. We have a bunch of them on the side and we randomly drew 3 and placed them here. I think they are 4 on the other side of the board, and it's first come, first serve kind of situation. You have to place your adult figure in one of those spaces, and if you fulfill whatever the objective requires, you can take the objective and score points at the end of the game. Keep in mind that we have limited spaces in this board for mission cards and objective cards. So as soon as you take an objective card, you have to place it in one of the spaces on this board, and there is a limit of 3. So you may be forced to discard cards based on how you get them and how much space you have. And if you are forced to discard either a mission card or an objective card, there is a penalty at the end of the game. With that, I think we have covered the basic structure of the game, so we can start playing and explain the details later. So to start the game, the first player takes their turn and we start moving clockwise. And that's me. At the very start of the very first turn of each player during the game, 2 things need to happen. First of all, we place the child figure on the board in the row that represents the past. So I can place it in whichever of these 3 spaces I want. We have to keep in mind that our child figure and the adult figure of the same player cannot meet, so they can never be on the same space. And there are cards that allow you to play event cards on the space that the child is, so maybe we can keep in mind that as well. Based on that, I think that I will leave my child figure right here. The second thing we do at the beginning of our very first turn is some kind of mulligan. So we both start with 7 cards in our hand, and at the very beginning of the game of our first turn, we can discard any number of them and take at the bottom of the deck and take the same number of cards from the top of the deck. So I'll check my cards and decide which ones to keep and which ones, if I want to discard any, and replenish them. Okay, I think I'll discard these 2 and draw 2 new cards. It goes without saying that the mission cards and the event cards in your hands are kept secret from other players. And I also forgot to mention that each one of us has a character that has a special ability that can also be activated throughout the game as is appropriate. Mine says that when I place my action marker on my intelligence action, I can immediately take a deep berry event action. You'll see how that happens later on as I do it. That means that we take cards from our hands and put them underneath the board, and they score points at the end of the game. For my very first action, I choose one of the 4 spaces, as I mentioned here, and take the corresponding actions. I will choose the perception space, and I can take these 3 actions in any order I wish. This symbol here is for the movement action. It means that we can move either the child figure or the adult figure on the main board. Now that the adult figure is outside the board, we place it anywhere, but even when it is already placed on the grid, it doesn't have any limitations. You can move it anywhere. Actually, there are 2 limitations. There are no movement limitations. I can go wherever I want on the grid, but as I said earlier, my adult and child can never meet in the same space, and no 2 adult figures of any players can ever meet in the same space. So, I take my adult figure, I place it up here. That's this action. Then, this is the action that allows me to play an event card in the space where my adult figure is, and I will choose to play this one. So I place it on top of the already existing card, and I can optionally activate the benefit action, whatever it is, written in the middle space here. So right now I can spend an adrenaline token, which I will do, and deep bury one event card from my hand into the corresponding action space. Each card, as you may have noticed, down here at the bottom left, has a symbol that corresponds to the three minefields here. So when you bury cards or deep bury cards, I will explain both, they have to match, they have to be placed in the corresponding space. These cards will stay here until the end of the game, so you basically discard them from your hand, but when you deep bury a card, you place it face down, and it will score 2 points at the end of the game. So I think that's worth it. And I will do this one. I will choose the corresponding field, turn it face down, and place it underneath. There is space here, so that it stays there until the end of the game. These cards cannot be looked at by other players, they are kept secret. This card will score me 2 points at the end of the game. The third action I can do here is to fulfill a mission. Now, you may have already noticed that based on this card, I have created this pattern here with a purple, a yellow, and another yellow. So now I can spend 2 time tokens to gain a fragment crystal, which I will place right now and explain how. And I know that at the end of the game, I will score 4 points for completing this mission. And I keep these face up right next to my board here for endgame scoring. Fragment tokens are placed in one of the 3 minefields. We always start from the bottom towards the top. We can choose any of the 3 fields. And as you can see here in event cards, there are some icons here on the side. I'll take this card to display how that works. When we place our action token here, we can place such event cards in the corresponding field. And as soon as they are placed, these actions here correspond to one of the side spaces, as you can see. If there are enough fragment tokens here that correspond to a specific action, now I don't have enough, but if I had one more, just for the sake of here, and I would come here, in addition to taking those actions at the bottom, I would also activate this action right here. So the more fragment crystals you place in each of the fields, the more actions you take when you place your marker on the corresponding field. These are permanent. Once they are placed, they stay there forever, and they have to be placed at the exact moment you take them in your hands. Adrenaline crystals work in a similar way, but they are temporary. You place them in between your actions during your turn, and they stay there until the end of your turn, and then they get discarded. Of course, they also score 1 point each at the end of the game, so you have to use them wisely. Finally, both types of crystals have a significant role to play when you take the intelligence actions here and you activate things in the dystopia, but I will explain that later as we get to that. Now, this card belongs there, and I have to choose where to place my fragment that I just received. I think I'll start here. I have completed all 3 actions. My turn is now complete.
Okay. First thing, I have to place my child figure in the board. I will place it here. And then I will check my cards if I want a mulligan, depending on my mission cards and the abilities they have. Okay, I will give these 2 and get another 2. Okay, and I will start with the same action as Myrto on the perception and use my adult figure here as the movement action. And then I will place the purple card here.
Nice.
And this action means that I get 1 void token and all other players can take an adrenaline crystal. So I get my void token.
You can choose not to take it.
Yes.
And if you choose not to take it, no other player gets the other half of the benefit either, but you chose to take it.
Yes, and then I will use that action to fulfill one of my missions, and this is the one, 2 purple on the row and a blue. So I keep that on the side, pay the 2 time tokens, get 1 fragment crystal, and I think I will place it here.
So you're done?
Yes.
Okay, I think that I will go in the memory space, and what that allows me to do is 2 different times to choose whether I want to take a time token or a card, an event card. If I take an event card, I can choose any of the 3 in the display or the top card from the deck. For now, I will take this one. The display is getting replenished at the end of my turn, not immediately. And then I will also, I think I'll take a time token.
Okay.
Thank you. And that's my turn.
Okay. Replenish here.
Yes, indeed.
Okay.
If at any point these 3 cards are of the same color, the player can choose to discard all 3 of them and replenish.
I will play the focus action here and add a card, a memory card here.
Okay, so from now on, this space will be more powerful for you.
At the moment it's just 1 point at the end of a game if I have fragments, it's in the scoring conditions, but if I manage to complete a 3rd fragment here, I can get the bonus time token.
And when we place cards in our mind boards, we do not get to activate the ability down here. They only empower the corresponding field. I also forgot to mention that you cannot stay in the same action space 2 turns in a row. We have to move the action token around. We can't just take it and place it in the same space. Every time we only have 3 options, apart from the very, very first turn we play within the game. Based on what I have in my hands, I think that I will go to the intelligence space here, and I can take one of those actions, which I will explain, but when I place my action marker on my intelligence, I may immediately take a deep berry event action, which is the same as this one, and I think that I will take this one and place it under the corresponding field here. So that's my character's ability. And now, what this space does is it allows you to take either a plan A action or a plan B action. These are vaguely stated like that because they change based on the dystopia you have chosen to play for the corresponding game. Right now, in the Pandemia dystopia, plan A is to progress on this track here for the virus track, and the plan B action is to progress on the cure track, the inside track. So as you can see, there are 2 tracks here, one that is larger and is on the outer circle, and the other one right here. So we each have 2 markers here to move and track our progress on each of the tracks. These tracks give us the opportunity to take more mission cards, and they will also give points at the end of the game based on how far we have progressed and how, if we are ahead of the others, we will see how that works during the end game scoring. Right now, I have to choose whether to take a plan A action or a plan B action, and I think I'll start with a plan A. This track is larger, but it has more chances for the dice to roll whatever I need. Both of these actions are played by simply rolling the dice and moving the corresponding spaces. There are 3 sides on each dice that correspond to the virus track, 2 that correspond to the cure track, and 1 star. The star does something special based on this space down here on the Pandemia sideboard for our mind boards. This is the secondary power that the fragments and the adrenalines provide. Based on the fragments and the adrenalines that we have placed on the corresponding field, we can have some special abilities whenever we activate plan A or plan B. This space allows you to set some dice on a specific side before you even roll the dice. You cannot choose a star. You can either choose the virus or the cure, but I don't have any fragments or adrenaline crystals here, so this is not going to happen. This means that Since I currently have one fragment placed on my intelligence field, I can choose one of my star rolls, if I roll any, and count it as a +2 to the track. And this allows for some rerolls after you roll the dice. Now, I only have this one, so I just roll the dice and see what happens. I don't have any rerolls. So each of the symbols of those, apart from the star, as I just mentioned, moves you forward one step, and each of the non-matching symbols reduces these steps by 1. Right now, I have rolled a +3, -3, 0. However, if your result is 0 or negative, you still move one space. So I take my marker and move it one space. Based on that, because there is this symbol here, I can choose one of the mission cards from the display and take it on my board. One of the 3 objectives here is to have completed 5 or more easy difficulty mission cards. So based on that, I will choose one of the level 1 cards, which is this one, and take it here. Since I have space, I don't need to do anything about that. I'm only at capacity 2 out of 3. So with that, I have finished my action, my turn.
Okay. I think I will go again on the perception.
Okay.
And let me see what card I want to play. I can play a yellow card. Okay. So I will move my adult figure here. Mm-hmm. Then I will place that event card here. So I get 2 time tokens and every other player gets 1.
Thank you.
And I will use 1 void token here.
Void tokens are a powerful resource within the game, and they are used to temporarily change the color of a card in the grid. With the void token placed here, Spyros can say that this card is now
Purple.
So, I guess that's how you fulfill.
Yes, and this is ready. It's yellow, purple, green.
Exactly.
So I get that card out and pay the 2 time tokens. Get 1 fragment, place it here.
And you'll score 4 points at the end of the game.
Yes. And at the end of the round, I remove the void token and you continue.
Actually, it's after you complete the mission.
The mission.
So I don't know if there are any symbols that allow you to complete 2 missions per turn. I don't think we've seen any, but I may be mistaken. But in any case, it's for 1 mission.
Okay.
So that's the use of the void tokens.
Okay.
And since by completing patterns we gain points, it's a very powerful resource.
And now that we talked about void tokens, my character, once per turn, you may use an adrenaline crystal as a void token.
So you're done?
Yes.
Okay. So let's see what I want to do here. I think I will not move my adult. I'll keep it as it is and play this card right here, which allows me to spend 1 adrenaline crystal to play another event card. Now that event card does not have to be in a space where you have a figure, it can be anywhere on the grid, but you cannot activate the action on it. So I just place it for whatever color I want it to be. And for that, I will play this card, I think, yes, here. I don't activate the action, I can't. So now I can fulfill this mission with a blue, blue and yellow. Okay. I spend the 2 time tokens, take the card here, take one of those crystals and place it here. I don't know why I'm committing to that, but it's fine. I choose not to move any of my figures, so that's it.
You can do it now if you want.
That's true.
If you want to be ahead of something.
Yeah, because maybe you can block me with your adult figure. Okay, that's true. Yeah, I'll move here. Okay, and be ready maybe for the future. I also forgot to move my action token. Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry, of course, at the end of each turn, we check to see how many cards are left there in case we trigger a time fault, but we're far ahead for now at least.
Okay, I think I will go here for the intelligence and try the plan A2.
Okay, there you go. Just throw them over there, doesn't matter.
Okay, I have one reroll and one use of a star. So I will roll the 6 for them. Okay, I have 3 and 1 reroll.
Nice.
Okay, so those two are
They cancel
each other. So I have 1, 2, 3, 5.
Because he has one fragment here and he can take one of the stars and turn it into a +2. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Okay.
These are endgame points. We don't pay any attention to that, but you passed this space, so you can choose one of the cards.
I will get the one with the 2 pips.
Okay.
Place it here. Okay.
Nice. Now I will do this one and place this card on the corresponding field, which is the intelligence. So from now on, whenever I choose to go here, apart from my character's ability that activates anyway, I will also be able to bury one card if I want to, in addition to doing the plan A and plan B situation.
Nice.
And having a fragment crystal on a bury action is also a requirement for this objective card over here, but I also need one for the adrenaline, so...
Okay, now with my new mission, I think I can try and complete it. I got a bit lucky. I think. Yes, I think I will go to the perception again. Oh, no, I can't.
I'm blocking you.
No, my child is blocking me. Okay. So, I need a card for the different slot, but it's not here.
Can you trigger any actions of from those that allow you to... This one. To place a... You also have a void token.
Yes, and I will do that. Okay, I will trigger my ability. Okay, I will go here.
Okay.
And then I will spend one void token here. And I can spend one adrenaline crystal as a void token and place it here.
Just for once per turn.
Once per
because
turn,
of
yes.
your character.
Yes. And I haven't placed an event or a movement, so I will just start with completing my mission.
Okay.
So it's a blue, yellow, green, and a yellow.
Nice.
The level 2 cards with the 2 pips requires 2 time tokens.
3.
3 time tokens, and I will spend them. This is 7 points for the end of the game.
Yeah. They're more difficult to complete, but they give you more.
And I still get one fragment, and I think I will place it here.
Okay.
And now I have
the void tokens as well.
Yes. And now I can move and play an event card.
If you want to, yes.
Yes. I will come here. I won't play an event card, just if I can block you.
I wouldn't have moved. I'm thinking though. Yeah, fragment crystals are nice, so why not? I'll move back to the perception. I don't need the movement now. I will only play this card here. And I could technically place one card here if I wanted to, but I don't want to. This is the ability to place an event card and play an event card in the space with your child, but I don't want to based on the card that I have in my hands. But I now have this, which is a blue, green, yellow for 2 time tokens. I keep it here. A fragment crystal.
Yes.
Which I will place. The berry action is together with the adrenaline, so I'll start building here just in case I get a card that helps me in the future. And now I could move, but I have no idea if I want to move. How many of those have I completed?
3.
3. So it's too early. So I won't move. I'm done.
Okay. I will come here and I will roll for the cure. For the green, for the B.
Both of them have one mission card at the first step, so and overall it's good to balance them out because it's the only way to get new mission cards. So moving up on both of them at the same time helps you take more mission cards if that's your goal for the game, because there are plenty of ways to get points.
Yes, yes.
Oh.
Okay.
You can reroll once, but...
I can reroll once, yes. That one. Okay, it's the same,
Yeah.
because it's 4 minus 3, 1.
1 would be anyway.
Yes.
And as you can see down here, it's not 1-to-1. With 2 fragments here, you still only get to activate 1 star, and it's the same on other tracks as well.
Yes, so with my 2 fragments here, I still can reroll only
Yes.
1 die. And with that, I think I will try the level 1 for now. I'm a little scared about the 3.
It's true, it's a bit early.
And that's it for me.
Okay, I feel like I have somewhat limited options here because I want to activate all of my abilities. So I'll come here and I'll take 2 cards.
Okay.
I'll take this one. I don't know what cards I want, but I also didn't want to go here and not have cards to bury, so I'll also take one from here, and then at the end of the turn you replenish.
Okay. I think I will do the same. And depending with my cards, I think I will get these 2.
Okay.
I'm still not in the third to get 1 time token.
Yeah. Now, I will come here. First, I can deep bury one of the cards. Actually, no. I want to see what I need. So first, I'll start with a plan B action. So I'll roll the dice.
Okay.
You.
Not a plan.
Don't laugh.
It's the same.
It's the same, yeah. It's 4 minus 3. Yes, I did my 1 reroll. Yeah, it's 1. So I'll come over here as well. And yeah, I'll take this one. So now I kind of have a plan of what I may need in the future. Can I take another one? No. Okay, since I cannot, I will instead choose to take this action and bury this card on this field here. The bury action places them face up. And at the end of the game, we will score points if we have fragments on the corresponding space that gives points. The face down is the deep bury action that I take from my character, and I will do this one in the corresponding field over here. And these always give 2 points no matter what. So I did this action, I did one of these, and I also did that. So my turn is done, but now we have 2 or fewer cards on the display of the mission cards there, and we have triggered a time fault. I'll have to check the rule book, just a moment, so that we don't forget any of the steps. Now, each player takes our adult figure back, so we have some more space for movement here. Each player gains a fragment crystal and places it on their mind board. This. Each player moves the child figure 1 space up because we move from the past, from the past to the present. On each mission card remaining in the display, we place a number of adrenaline crystals according to the card's difficulty. So that's 3 on each.
Yes.
Wow. So from now on, if one of us chooses to take one of those cards, we will also take the corresponding adrenaline crystals, which is a lot. We refill the mission display with mission cards. This little deck there was created according to some guidelines during the setup. It consists of all kinds of difficulties from cards. I think there are 6, in 2 players, there are 6 level 1, 4 level 2 and 4 level 3 cards, and they were shuffled randomly. There are also a bunch of extra mission cards on the box right now, so you never know what's in the game and what is not. And the final step is to discard all these cards, have a discard pile here on the side, and refill the display. I also forgot to mention, because it is a rare occasion, but if the event deck runs out, as you can see it is huge though, this also counts as an endgame trigger. So if that happens before that happens, the game immediately ends. We did everything the time fault required, so now we just keep going from where we last left off, which was my turn, and now you go and play your turn.
Okay, I think I will try to risk and go here
Okay.
and roll for the virus.
That's easy for you to say.
Yes.
The virus. Okay.
Yes, because I think I will go for the, if I manage to go to take a mission, I will get one with the 3 fragments. With adrenaline crystals, not fragments. So I have 2 and that one locked, and I can reroll 2 dice now because I have 3 crystals.
Nice.
This was
Technically, we can also place adrenaline fragments to empower those as well, but that happens before we roll the dice. We can't do it during an action. You have to decide beforehand if you want to place any crystals to empower your actions in any of the fields, but also in this one.
no.
Ah, what a shame.
Yeah, just one.
Okay, so here.
Nothing. Yeah, I just want 1.
That's true. Okay, I think I have this card here. I'll come here. Another thing I forgot to say. In this field here, you can forfeit all of your actions and instead take 1 void token. That's the symbol down here. With that, I think I want everything. I want time tokens and I also want cards, and I'll take this card that gives a time token.
Okay. That's a good plan.
Okay, and maybe I will also take that one. No, actually, I'll take this one because it has the adrenaline action. I don't think it will ever reach this space, but maybe. Why not have it for this objective?
That was my plan, but you took it.
Oops. And that was the 2 actions done.
Okay. I think I will go here and just place that card here.
Okay. Actually, that may be a smart thing to do. It's like budgeting. If you don't put the money aside, you'll never save them.
Yes.
So I'll place the card here, because if I keep it in my hands, I'll find a way to place it elsewhere, and then I will regret it. So let it stay there.
Okay.
Also, it's worth noting that you cannot fulfill objectives with adrenaline crystals. It has to be fragment crystals, so I can't place an adrenaline here and say that I have fulfilled the objective. I have to do it with fragments.
Okay, and now I think I will try it again.
I will not wish you luck.
A
You're the
plan?
enemy.
Okay, I think I'm safe
Yeah, I think so too.
with 5, and I have 2 rerolls.
Oh, well.
Nothing.
Now the second star is a 0.
0,
It's
yes.
not a negative, but yeah.
This one counters the other, so I get 4.
4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay, so I will get that one.
Nice catch.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I know. So, I would like another mission card as well, but I feel that I'm in a far, far away place. But we have to reach that space somehow. So I'll come here and place both of these cards down because I can bury one and deep bury the other. That's a lot of points. I don't mind not completing a lot of missions if I get points from those. So that's this done, and that's my ability done. And now I can choose either a plan A or a plan B. You know what? I think I'll spend an adrenaline here to set one of the dice in one of the 2 sides. Again, we cannot choose a star this way. We have to choose one of the other symbols, and I think I'll go with the cure.
Okay.
Okay? So it's a plan B action, unfortunately. So these go here, and I can reroll once. So I'm hoping for a star. Not a star, but it's 4 minus 2. That's 2. 1, 2. And done.
Okay. I will go here, get a time token
Oh, nice.
as a bonus.
It started triggering.
Yes. And I think I need 1 yellow card. And I will get another time token. because I have expensive, the third level missions.
That's true. So this gets replenished. I'll come back here. I'm in a loop. I come here to take cards to fulfill my mission, and then I come here and I spend the cards and I don't have cards to fulfill my mission. But I'll get points at the end of the game, hopefully. So I can focus on burying cards as well. I'll take this and one from here. That's 2 cards? Yes, that's here.
I will go for the intelligence and roll the dice again.
Yes. Which plan?
I will go for the B plan now.
Okay.
I have 2, this one, and 2 for a reroll. So this is nothing, this is out, so I get 2.
Okay, this one. I'll do the same. Bury this, deep bury this, and roll for a plan B. I forgot to discard this one earlier, I'm sorry. But I will also play another one here. I don't know if that's worth it, honestly, but...
It's 1 point, I don't know.
Yeah, I want to get another mission card though. But I'm not getting there fast enough.
Maybe now.
Maybe, okay. And I reroll 1. So these cancel out and I move 3.
No, not yet.
Not yet. 1, 2, 3. Maybe next time. Okay. So
maybe the virus will be faster. Have the chance?
Yeah,
I don't know.
Now I'm...
Yes. I will go here, get another time token. And I will get another 2.
Oh. Back and forth. Here for 2 random cards. No. I'll take this one and then one from the deck.
Okay. So I'll go to the perception now.
Oh, it's time.
It's time.
Okay, finally something exciting.
Yes. And I will move my figure here.
Okay.
And
why are you looking at me like that? I'll just...
place a green card.
Okay.
I will move it here with that ability. And then I will spend 1 adrenaline from my character to make that one void token. So I think I'm ready for the big one.
Oh, nice.
Purple, green, blue, yellow, and yellow.
Yes.
And I spent 5 time tokens.
And that's 13 points at the end of the game.
Yes.
You always get a fragment.
Fragment and place it here, so I...
You're getting closer.
Yes. I need to place cards here, but...
Yeah, but okay. Also because none of us has done it, placing fragments here and placing cards here can give you the opportunity to place cards on your child figure as well, or place more cards in your adult figure, as you can see those actions here, move more. So you don't get to see that, but it can happen. It's not that limited. Okay. Back to my usual stuff. I'll bury this one here and deep bury this one here. And I'll spend another adrenaline. Yes. To set this die to the cure. I'm doing a plan B. Whoops. Okay. Reroll once. I've never rolled a star. No. That was not a fair complaint. But that's 2. So 4 minus 2 is 2. And I get a card. But honestly, I don't have time tokens.
You moved once.
No, I didn't. I was here.
Yes.
I was here. So 1, 2. Okay. And as much as I want those adrenaline crystals there, I don't have the time tokens or the capacity to fulfill big ones. So I will take a level 1
Okay.
because of this objective, so maybe I can get some extra points like that. And
How many level 1 I
discard-
have? I have 2 level 1.
Yeah, I have, I think, 3, and that's the 4th, so why not?
Okay.
Because I'm getting a lot of cards and I don't get enough time tokens. I still have a void token here.
Okay, I will play the focus action and place this card here.
I can't see. You need 2 more though.
2 more, yes.
There is still hope. Okay. So I come back here and I'll take this and I didn't like it, but
Okay. So it's my turn. Okay. I will come here. Move that one here.
okay.
Place the purple card. Spend 1 adrenaline to bury.
To bury twice if
Twice.
you want.
Yes, yes. I think I'm not.
Really?
Yes, I will get this back.
Okay.
Yes, I don't have good cards for the points. And I will spend 1 adrenaline as a void for here. And complete that one. I did it wrong. This is, I will stay here.
Yeah, okay.
This is like this.
Yeah,
That's why I went there first time. So this is green, green and purple.
Yes.
So I spend the 2 time tokens. Complete that one. Get another here. And here. And now I'm out of time tokens. I need to invest.
We move the void as well.
Yes.
Okay, I was hoping for a purple, but I didn't get one. So that's fine. I will come here, move my adult up here, and play this card there without activating the action. I will also place a void token here. So now I can do this with green, purple, and blue. 2 time tokens. I keep the card here, and that's the 4th level 1. And of course, I'll place this here. I have already moved though. And that, so I'm done for now. But I have the requirements for this objective card here. Fulfilling an objective is a free action, but you have to have your adult figure in the corresponding space to take the card. So I can't take it right now because I can't move my adult figure there.
Okay. This one requires play event child. Okay.
And the adrenaline that you have.
Yes. Okay. I will go here, get my time token, adrenaline as a bonus. I need cards. I will random take 2.
Okay. I'll go back to my usual back and forth, but now I also get an adrenaline every time I come here. So 1 adrenaline. I'll take 1 time token, please, and a card, which is going to be... Okay. Done.
Okay. I will go here.
Roll the dice.
And I will go for the cure.
So that's plan B.
Yes. My numbers are the same. I have 2 rerolls and 1 star.
You can place an adrenaline if you want to, for something extra, before you roll the dice.
True. Let's go and risk that one here.
Okay. Yeah. Ooh, nice.
Nice risk. So those are locked. And I
He
have
can
to...
use a second star now because
Yes.
he has 3 crystals.
Okay, and I will roll these 2. So
Okay,
this
at
one.
least it's not a negative.
Those are
That
2
was
0.
nice.
And so it's 2 4 6.
6. And that's this?
Yes.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Okay,
So you get a card.
I will take the level 1.
You.
Yeah, you took
Are we allowed to curse
Yes.
on YouTube?
kindly.
It's fine. It's fine. Discard the adrenaline.
Yes.
And I go here. I keep burying cards. That's where I'll get all my points from.
Yes.
I've done this in the past. I know how it's done with this character. So I did this and that. And I roll the dice. I'll move up on plan A as well, I think. Honestly, I like this. I'll set this to a virus. Oh,
nice.
wow.
Okay.
So I don't need to reroll. That's 2, 4, 5, 7. Wow. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Okay. So we're going for round 3.
That's true. And I almost got that level 1, but then I didn't. Is there another one? Maybe there isn't even another one.
I'm not sure. Let me do the math. Or we will open the rest now.
But do I risk getting the adrenalines? Because I don't think I can fulfill those. I don't have the time tokens, and I have no way to get time tokens.
And I'm not sure if we will add another 3.
Yeah, I think so.
Yes. Okay.
So yeah, I'll take it. I'll take it then, because then if you take it, it's a lot of adrenaline. So give me that one, sure.
Okay.
Yeah, it doesn't say on cards that don't already have. It says add the adrenaline crystals. So it would double down, I guess. Let's see if that's any better as well. And that was the end of my turn. So now we trigger the time fault.
Yes.
That's the second one. We take our adults back. We gain 1 fragment crystal. Oh, that's nice. I'll place it here because I need the time tokens. What? What?
I think I'm faster now because you didn't went there. Because I took the
you
bonus.
Go first.
Yes. Because you triggered
I forgot to come here. Actually, I could have come here just for the movement,
yes.
and I didn't. You.
No, you.
Was it worth it though, just for that? I guess so. It's 5 points. And it's technically 10 points, because if you get them and I don't, you know, in 2 players, it's you.
Mastermind.
We got the fragment crystal. Okay, we move the child up 1 space, entering the future, the 3rd row. We place adrenalines on the mission cards that are there. Refill that display and reset this display.
There are 2 more level 1.
Okay, there is still hope. Okay, so that's done. Okay, and we keep going with you, but now the next time a time fault is triggered, the game ends immediately. We don't, immediately.
Okay. Let's see now what is the plan.
Well, you only get 1 chance for this, because now
Yes.
you warned me.
I will come here.
What a surprise.
Yes. The movement is here.
Yeah.
So I can get that one now?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Because you have fulfilled the requirements, it takes up 1 space on the board there.
Okay, it required a berry, action, locked, and a fragment.
That was the requirement.
And the adrenaline, not fragment.
Yeah. And it stays there until the end of the game. If he's forced to discard it, because he may take a lot of mission cards, and if you take mission cards or objective cards and you don't have a space to put them in, you already have 3 cards, you have to discard one of the cards, either a mission card or the objective card, an objective card. Objective cards don't score at the end of the game if they have been discarded, so you don't lose extra points, but you don't even get the 5 points that they give. And not all of them give 5 points.
Yes.
It was just random, I think. There's
3, 4, 5, I think.
Yeah, I think so as well. But if you discard a mission card, you lose points at the end of the game based on the card's level. 1 point for level 1, 2 points for level 2, and 3 points for level 3. So you have less space for mission cards there now.
You can plan ahead and get 1, 2,
Yeah,
and
of course.
fulfill 1.
And it takes some time to fulfill the requirements
yes.
as well, so it happens towards the end of the game anyway. We have a cat, can you tell?
A fluffy one. Okay, and now I have done the movement.
Yes.
I won't do the event, but
You can't.
I can, yes.
You could, if the adult figure was already on the board, you could have done it beforehand, but
yes.
now that it was out, you couldn't have done it, and you cannot place an event card on this space. It has to be on an event space.
But I can trigger the ability of my hero, of my character,
Oh, nice.
and spend 1 adrenaline to get a void, place it here,
Okay,
and complete that mission. That is a purple, green, blue.
interesting.
Yes.
And now how many of those you have?
No, I can't do it.
Why not?
Because
you
I
don't
don't
have
have
the
the
time
time token.
tokens.
So let's go back. You know my
Yes.
card. I will get that one here.
And we have forgotten one here as well. It was from me earlier.
Okay.
So that's done.
Okay.
So I'll come here. I'll get 1 time token and 1 adrenaline anyway. Thank you. And then I need more time, but I also
doesn't?
need cards. True. I will take, what's that one? No, I'll take the 2 from here, I think. Sure. And I'm done.
Okay. I will go to the memory and get 1 fragment and 3 time tokens.
Oh, wow. Preparing for another one. Okay. I will come here. I will bury that one and deep bury. That one is the same field because of those 2. And then I will do a plan A.
Okay.
I keep forgetting to discard those, but I will place another one here to set one of the dice in the correct. Maybe it's not that worth it on plan A because there are more dice faces with the correct.
Well, that's a lot of math.
That's true. I'll do it. Okay. I can only set 1 star though, but I have 2 rerolls. But I risk getting 2 green if I reroll them twice. I'll take my chances.
Okay.
I don't know why I do this,
Yes.
honestly. As if I don't know what's going to happen. That's 3. Okay, and that's this one. Yes. 1, whoop. I keep doing that. 2, 3. Okay. And that's done.
Okay. I will come here. I will move that one here. Place the purple card.
Go away.
Spend 1 time token. And do 2 berries. I will...
Is it cranberries?
Cranberries, yes. I will spend... No, I will use this one here. And this one here.
Yeah.
Okay, and now I can complete that one.
Yes.
A purple, a green, and a blue with 2 time tokens. I get 1 fragment here, this one here.
How many have you got now?
4.
Okay.
Level 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes. I'm fast.
But look at those.
Yes.
Who knows? It's me? Yes. So I get 1 time token, 1 adrenaline fragment. Crystal. Adrenaline crystal.
Crystal, yes.
Yeah. Adrenaline fragment is another thing.
It's purple, it's a blue and a red.
True. Nice. Color theory.
Yeah.
And now I'll get this too.
Okay.
I don't know though, because now my plan is out of the window. So no, sorry. I will get these 2. Oh, that was much better. Okay.
Okay. Coming here, get 1 adrenaline, one time token, I will get that card, and one more time token.
Okay. Back here, I bury this one. That's a lot of point. I'm running out of space here. I can place them out, of course, though, if I want to, and deep bury this one. And I'll take a plan. I just realized that earlier we moved the wrong token. It was a plan
true.
A, because I rolled the 2 green and it was a bad thing. So it was here, and that was 1, 2, 3. Okay. And of course I forgot to remove that. I just realized it. Yeah, okay. But we're good now.
Yes.
Okay. I will go for another plan A. Okay, place this here and I reroll these 2. So they cancel out, that's 4.
Okay.
This one.
Yes.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay.
Okay, almost there for another mission card.
Let me take that.
Yes, thank you.
Okay, I will go here. I will add 1 fragment here. So I will start with a B.
Adrenaline.
Adrenaline here. So I will start with a B plan.
Okay, you take another, nice, you take 2 actions. Yeah, okay.
A bonus action. I can lock 1 now. Plan B. So 1 here. And then use that one.
Oh, 2 stars, nice.
2 stars locked here. That one, and I can reroll 2. So those cancel out.
That's
6.
Plan B.
Plan B.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Almost.
Almost. So I will do it again.
Okay.
Locking 1. Those 2 here. Those nothing. This for a reroll.
Oh.
So this 7.
Nice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
So I get the card.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, but be careful. Okay, you have space. Sorry.
I will get that one. A level 1.
You. I think you can bury a card as well. Did you?
No, I didn't. So yes, I can, but I won't.
Okay.
So that's out.
I don't know if this is going to be enough. A time token, an adrenaline crystal, and 2 cards. Okay. Done.
Okay. Let's see.
You have a plan?
I don't know, maybe. I will come here. No, I will come here.
Okay. Oh.
And I will place that one here.
Is it a child? Oh, you're going for both. You may have time. Who knows?
Well,
Yeah. That was your turn,
Yes,
though.
yes,
Sorry,
yes.
I kept. Yeah. I think that's the most valuable thing I can keep doing, to be honest. So, I will. Is that worth burying? I think so. I'll do it. There's not enough space down here now. Sorry. I'll take some of those out. It doesn't matter, to be honest. I can keep them on the side, technically like that, because you don't need to see the cards. So I'll keep those here.
or on the top. Okay.
We can know which field they belong to because of the icon on the bottom corner. And that's a deep bury, so I'll place it here for now, and then I'll keep going normally.
Nice.
I have a nice deck there. And I can do a plan A.
Okay.
Setting a die on virus. Okay,
So you want the star?
I do. Okay, that was
6.
good as well. 6. That's it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I get A level 1 card, just for the sake of some pressure. Yeah, why not? Okay, and that's done.
Okay. I will come here. Move my figure here.
Okay, I'll allow it.
Okay. And then I will place that card here. Can I activate that at the end?
Why does it matter though? You can move it now, the card will stay there anyway.
True.
It doesn't matter.
Yes. And I will go here.
You.
And then I will spend 1 adrenaline to turn this to a void. And then I will complete that one, a purple, a blue, and a yellow, with 2 time tokens.
Yes.
A fragment.
Yes.
I'm not sure. I think I will try that one.
Okay.
Get this one here.
Get the void as well.
Yes.
But now you can take the card.
Yes, because I think I have 5.
Double check.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Nice. No, you don't.
Yes, 5.
Okay. Always too late. I'm not a good time traveler. I keep burying evidence. I don't know what's happening here. What that means. Are you done?
Yes.
Okay. I'll do the same anyway because I got lucky, and if I delay it any further, you may change something. I just got it and it was already ready, so I spend the 2 time tokens. And I get a fragment, which you can take that. But now I don't think I can catch up on that either. So I'll place it here because with all these cards, I'm hoping that there are some points in the corresponding spaces. And I guess that's valuable. And technically I can move and play an event card, which I don't have. But I could I could move here and stay there forever.
I don't think I can get one because I won't get any missions.
Yeah, but maybe towards the end of the game.
True.
I can block the space here for you because our adult figures cannot meet, so why not? And I don't have a card to play anyway, so that's me.
I think I will come here and get one of these, and I think I will get 1 card, random, and another time token.
Okay. I will come here. I'll get a time token and an adrenaline. Thank you. And then I'll get one from here. Okay, and another one from here then. Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Done, yes.
I will come here, and I think I don't want to do the berry. I will start with a B plan.
Okay, let me.
I will lock 1.
Do you want to place in adrenalines?
No.
Okay.
Okay.
What plan did you say? Ah, the plan B that you
yes.
have. Okay.
And 2 rerolls.
Oh,
6. Yes.
Here?
Yes.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Okay.
So you passed another one?
Another card, yes.
Yes.
So I will get that one.
Okay.
Level 2. And we are close to the end.
Yeah. Because now we move faster on the tracks and we get more cards. If you move once more here, you can end the game now. Because you can do another...
But I will discard it.
Yeah, it's negative 2 points if you discard the level 2. But you can get 3 points with the fragments, with the adrenalines. I don't know. It's up to you.
Yes, I think I will do that because my card is hard to complete.
That's true as well. That's a good...
so I will do a B again, locking that one.
I'm not sure if you want a lot now. If you move too much, you will be forced to get another card.
Yes.
So you only want to move 2 times, I guess, you know, to get the next points here, but not too much.
Okay, I will see if I want to reroll then. Because my plan A, it's hard to reach to get another card.
Ah, yes, but maybe you can choose not to set any dice.
I probably want to reroll it, or I will reroll
Okay, okay.
with some maths. Okay.
That's only 1 movement now. Because it's 0, you get a minimum of 1. That's not enough. It's not enough to get the extra points here, which is 2 points.
Okay.
But you will lose 1.
Okay. I will reroll these 2.
Okay.
So 4.
4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay.
So I get 1 card.
Yes.
This one.
Yes, but you are forced to discard the card now.
I will discard that one here.
So you place it face down.
Yes, here.
Okay, I don't think it's in... Okay.
Here. And I will get that one here.
Nice. And now the game immediately ends because we triggered the 3rd time fault.
Okay.
Okay, so now it's time for final scoring.
Okay.
Okay, let me find the correct situation here. The prototype doesn't have any score sheets inside the box, so we have our own here. I'll place this underneath. These are not important because they don't give negative points.
Okay.
I want to make some space to be able to write, that's all. I'll push this here. These are not important either. Okay. The date. The game. Our names. And now, first we score the mission cards. Missions. Only the ones we have completed and are face up on the side. The ones that we have here simply don't give points. So I have 4, 8, 12, 20 points.
20 points.
Wow, that's not a lot.
I have those, so 20, 27, 40.
Double score.
Minus that one now?
Yes. Just, I'll place it down here. That's the minus
2.
Minus 2. Okay. Then we have the objective cards. I don't have any, and you have 10 points?
Yes.
Okay. Next up is the events. Yes. So, these were in my hands. They just get discarded. And now, for each of the fields, we take the cards, place them on top. The deep berry cards that are face down don't matter from which field they come from. They always score 2 points, so it's not important. These go here. I have these here. And now, each one of those gives 2 points. So that's 20 points.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 20 points. And then those score the points that they show only if a fragment crystal is next to it. So that's nothing. That doesn't count. This doesn't count. And here, this is not 3, 6, 8, 9, 11, 12, that's it. Plus 20, yes, that's 32.
Okay, let me push those up too. I don't have deep berry, so this one nothing, this one nothing, this one 1 point, nothing, 2 points, 3 points.
Okay, then we get one point for each adrenaline, so that's 6 for me.
12.
Wow, I hadn't noticed those. And finally, we score the board. Plan A. We get points for the first, what was the name? Milestone that we have reached. These are the milestones.
Okay.
So I have reached 10 points here.
Okay.
And because I'm first on the track, I also get those points that correspond to this section that I'm in. So that's 17 points total for me.
Okay.
And then you have reached this milestone, which is the 4 points, and you don't get any points for the first place. Similarly, plan B, it gives me 0 points. I didn't, I reached the milestone.
Okay.
Oh, okay, so that's 7. That's good. And you get 15 plus 4, 19 points.
Okay.
If the same player was first on both tracks, they would only get for one of the first places, the one with the highest points, but this wasn't the case here. And that's all.
Okay.
So now we have 8, 15, 22, 3, 6, 8. And you get 3, 5, 9, 18, 16, 2, 3, 4, 8. Ah, so close. Okay. I didn't complete many missions, but I got a lot from the berry cards, and you did the opposite.
Yes.
That was nice. Okay. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Who won?
Who won? The
There
judge.
we go. So now, as we said, there are 4 different dystopias to choose from. One of them is this one. It has a pad where you write stuff on. The other one is the other side of the board. Here, it has some extra things. And there is another one with cards. I won't take them out right now. And you can choose whichever one you want. Or you can use this card to determine your next dystopia if you want to. This gives you a suggestion based on the current state of the board. So each card that is in the top row weighs 3. Each card in the middle has a weight of 2 and these have a weight of 1. And you count the points for each color. So that would be 3 plus 2, 5, 6 for blue, 3 for green, 5 for yellow, and 4 for purple. So we would go with the blue, which is again the pandemia. And you do that if you don't want to choose every time and you want to follow a pattern. Similarly, there is an option to play a season, which consists of 5 games in a row. And there are some extra rules for that to turn it into a mini campaign of sorts. I think that's all. There is a variant as well, some extra cards, and of course there are some stretch goals that may be unlocked in the future because the game is on Gamefound, as we said at the beginning. We will put a link in the description and in the first comment below, so go check that out if you liked what you saw here today. Since I brought this out, you can get these for free from us if you sign up for our newsletter. We don't spam, we just send an email maybe once per month or so with any important news that we may have to share with you. And I think that's it.
That's it, yes.
Good game.
Good game.
Congratulations again.
Thank you.
You were the best time traveler for today.
I am the judge.
You are the judge indeed. And yeah, remember to subscribe to the channel if you want to see more videos like this. Leave a thumbs up before you go to help this video reach more people, hopefully. And we hope to see you in the next one. Until then, bye.
Bye.